The Sopranos has many unforgettable episodes, but one from the first season is a masterpiece that put the show on the map. Back in 1999, David Chase introduced the world to Tony Soprano, James Gandolfini, and his family, both genetic and mafia, in the crime drama TV series The Sopranos. The show aired from 1999 to 2007, running for 6 seasons. The Sopranos follows Tony, who, after suffering from panic attacks, begins to see psychiatrist Dr. Melfi, Lorraine Bracco. Tony is encouraged to open up about his struggles with his family and criminal life, but Tony is often reluctant to do so. Meanwhile, Tony continues to try to balance his crime family and businesses with his not-so-stable family life. Thanks to this, The Sopranos takes a look at Tony's family life and the individual struggles of his wife Carmela, Edie Falco, and their children Meadow, Jamie Lynn Sigler, and A.J. Robert Eiler, as well as at his crime family and closest associates. Both of Tony's worlds often clash, but there's one episode in particular where they collide that's key to the show. The Sopranos Season 1, Episode 5, College, put the show on the map from the beginning of the series. Tony presents himself as a waste management consultant, and not even his kids know he's in the mafia, or at least that's what he thinks. Meadow tells AJ what their father really does, and she confronts Tony in Season 1's episode College, while they're on a road trip to visit 3 colleges. The father-daughter trip is interrupted when Tony spots Febby Petrulio, a former mafia member who entered witness protection after ratting on his crew. Tony is shocked and slightly offended when Meadow asks him if he's in the mafia, which he denies, though he ends up admitting that part of his income is from illegal activities. The father-daughter trip is interrupted when Tony spots Febby Petrulio, a former mafia member who entered witness protection after ratting on his crew, thus breaking the omerta. Despite letting Meadow party with some college students and dropping her at another college, so he could go after Febby, his constant trips to a payphone to speak to his people raise Meadow's suspicions. In the end, Tony kills Febby and lies to Meadow when she asks about the mud on his shoes and a wound on his hand. Meanwhile, back home, Carmela is visited by Father Phil and Tintala, who takes advantage of her to eat her food and drink wine. Carmela is almost unfaithful to Tony with Father Phil, and they have an awkward goodbye the following morning. College sees Tony's family life and mafia duties collide, while Carmela struggles with her feelings and loneliness. Cast member Steve Scaripa chose College as one of his favorite episodes of Sopranos via The Guardian, saying it was the one that put the show on the map. College brings together everything that makes the show so great. Tension in its mafia storyline, fractured families, temptation, and a dark sense of humor, but without mixing them. College established Tony Soprano as a TV protagonist like no other. It's established in the first episode of Sopranos that Tony Soprano isn't a good guy. But it isn't until College that the audience sees what Tony is truly capable of. College is the first time viewers see Tony murder someone, and what makes it even more brutal is that it wasn't a personal conflict with Febby. It was simply because he turned into a rat. Seeing Tony as a caring father and a moment later seeing him kill a man is the perfect example of the different faces of the same man. Tony stalking Febby and planning his murder while taking Meadow to different colleges shows exactly what Tony's life is about. Doing his part as a mafia associate and being a family man, keeping both as separate as possible. Seeing Tony as a caring father and a moment later seeing him kill a man is the perfect example of the different faces of the same man. With College, Tony Soprano firmly established himself as an anti-hero with 2 very different sides, which can sometimes clash but almost never mix. College is a key episode in The Sopranos, and it's as fun and entertaining as it is suspenseful and shocking, and it encapsulates what made the show so great.